welcome to my channel, Pages and Screens. My name is Erin and this is my first ever YouTube video. I've tried channels in the past and haven't really followed through with them, so I'm really sorry if I'm a bit awkward or the editing's not very good, but this is my first attempt, so we'll see how it goes. And today I actually have a book haul for you guys because it's been my birthday over the weekend. I've received some of these books and I've bought a couple myself, so without any further ado, let's just jump into the video. So the first book I have to haul for you guys is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas, which I actually have read, but I didn't have the physical copy, so I thought I'd buy it for myself. Since Amazon screwed up my order for this book, I had pre-ordered it back in December and then suddenly it hadn't arrived like 3 weeks after the release date and I had to buy it on my Kindle. So I have already read it, but I'm going through it now and I'm starting to review it. I loved this book so much. It was honestly one of my favourite books I've read this year, probably the best so far. I anticipated this book so much and I can't really tell you anything about it because it's the third book in a series. If you haven't heard of A Court of Thorns and Roses, like where everywhere, it is so popular and it's so good, you guys. The Court of Thorns and Roses series follows Feyre, who is immortal, and she kind of gets sucked into the world of the Fae throughout the course of the series. She's forced to go live with one of them and kind of romance and passion and danger ensues. It's such a good series and honestly, these characters are some of the best I've ever read and I love them all so much and the romances are absolutely to die for. And this book broke me into a million pieces and I need the next book now. I finished this and I was just absolutely distraught that I have to wait another year for the next book. The next book I have to haul for you guys is one that I am so excited to read, and that is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. Oh my god! I have just read all of the Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices this year. Why did it take me so long? Honestly, I love the Shadowhunter Chronicles with all my heart, and Simon, which this book focuses on, which is even more exciting, is honestly one of my favourite characters from the series. Him and Will Herondale. This book is a bind-up of, I think it's about 11 novellas that Cassandra Clare's written in the Shadowhunter universe, but it has kind of got an overarching narrative following Simon. I'm so excited. I've held off this series for a bit until after I finish exams. I'm nearly there, so I'll be onto this book really soon. I mean, look how big it is. It's probably about 700 pages and I thought it was only going to be like 200. So recently I've really gotten into graphic novels. Before this year I'd never read a graphic novel in my life and now I've been buying them left, right and centre, so I got quite a bit of birthday money and I thought, you know what, I'm going to splash out on some graphic novels. The first one I have to haul for you guys is Mimuna. This book follows our main character Mimuna. She is a shapeshifter and she teams up with Lord Blackheart, I think he's called, and they're kind of like a supervillain team. I'm quite excited to dive into this book. It sounds like the plot will be quite fun, the characters will be quite interesting, and the artwork's really cute as well, so we'll see what happens with this book. The next graphic novel I have for you guys is The Wicked and the Divine, and this actually caught my attention when I was looking around Waterstones for graphic novels, and I was so hooked by the summary of this book. It says, every 90 years 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated. In 2 years they are all dead. It's happening now. It's happening again. I was so hooked. I thought that just was so enticing to me. I love stories that follow reincarnation and gods in human form. I read Percy Jackson and I really enjoyed that, and I just think it's a really interesting premise for a story. I actually started reading this last night. I'm only 5 pages in or so, but it's pretty strange so far. I don't really know how the plot is going to progress, so I'm just going to keep reading and I'll see how it goes. So the next graphic novel I have for you guys is probably one of the most popular I've ever heard of, and it's got a really high rating on Goodreads as well, and I've been wanting to read it for so long, and that is Saga. This book follows the two main characters who are from opposing ends of an intergalactic war, and as they fall in love. I really like sci-fi and I really like love stories as well, and this sounds like a really interesting take on both of those genres, and I'm really excited to see what all the fuss is about. I have quite a few books next to show you because these are actually off my mum for my birthday, and they are these gorgeous Penguin editions of classics. I keep seeing these in Waterstones. I've been admiring them in the shop for a year or so, and I finally picked up one of them, picked up Oliver Twist about probably a couple of months back, and I was telling my mum how much I love these covers because look how beautiful they are. I wanted to start collecting them because they're just so gorgeous, and she was so kind and she bought me all of these for my birthday. So thank you so much, Mum, for buying me these. The first book I got off my mum was Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Dickens is probably my favourite classics author that I've read so far, and I'm really excited to read this one. The Great Expectations follows an orphan boy called Pip as he discovers whatever the Great Expectations are. Then she got me Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, which I am so excited to read, and I've been meaning to read this for so many years. I keep meaning to like borrow it from the library or get it around Halloween time so I can read it for a bit of a spooky read. And I finally got my hands on it, and I promised myself that I'm going to read it this year. Not only do I want to read Frankenstein because it's a classic kind of monster tale, but I want to read it because it was written by a woman, and traditionally classic female authors would have wrote romance stories like, you know, the things that Austen wrote or Bronte, and I just think it's really interesting that Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. Then the last classic book my mum got me was The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I've read quite a lot of Oscar Wilde this year. I read Lady Windermere's Fan for my drama class at college, and also The Importance of Being Earnest, just for a bit of like reading on a morning. I audiobooked that one and I quite enjoyed it. It'll be really interesting to see how Oscar Wilde fares as a novelist and not a playwright. This is on Dorian Gray, a man who sells his beauty, which sounds like such a dark plot, and I'm really excited to see what happens in this novel. So the last book I have to show for you guys was another gift. I got it off my friend Livy, so thank you so much, Livy, for getting me this, and that is a collector's edition of Beauty and the Beast. How gorgeous is this cover? I fell in love with it when I opened this present. I was so excited. It is so beautiful. I'm really excited to actually read the original fairy tale because I don't think I've ever read it before, and I'm a huge fan of fairy tales. Beauty and the Beast is probably one of my favourite Disney movies, and the live action movie that came out this year was so amazing. I am so excited to read this. I love origins of fairy tales so much, and this one is so beautiful to look at, and I'm really excited to read this book. So that's all the books I have to haul for you guys today. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and I haven't been too awkward. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos soon, and comment down below any video suggestions you might want to see in the future. Thanks so much. Bye!